This is Glenn Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams. We're located at 1752 South Crescent Heights Boulevard, Los Angeles, California, 90035. Today is March 23rd, 2022. We're performing a video mainline sewer inspection at the rear of the property, just behind on the rear left-hand corner of the ADU at the rear of the property. And this is our, what size is it? 3-inch ABS mainline sewer clean out at the rear, again at the rear left-hand corner of the ADU. And this is going out towards the front house. And what we're going to do is we're going to zero out our camera monitor here at the top of the clean out. And we're just going to go ahead and drop down and continue to push out. So again, as we drop down, it does appear that we are holding some water, some debris in this area, so we're just going to push out slowly. Again, as you can see, it does appear to be possibly backgraded here. We're going to continue to push out. We'll make a little bit of a turn. And we'll pull back just a little bit. A little more. Again, as you can see, we're still holding water in this area. We're not running any water or anything here at the back of the house. And again, as you can see, we're still holding some water in this area. So we're just going to push in slowly. So again, we continue to push out. And again, as I mentioned, it does appear that we're holding quite a bit of water in this area. We come out at around 20 feet. Now we're heading out. What we'll do is we'll just continue to push out slowly, take a good look on our way out, and just possibly locate a mainline sewer clean out for the front of the house. Again, we're going to continue to push out. And again, we're going back in, holding some water in this area. Again, we're going to push out slowly. Just because we got some water in this area, it's making it a little difficult to view. So again, holding more debris in this area, continue to push out. And again, we're just pushing some debris. What we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. So we're just going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and it is on the left-hand side of the house, the main house, along the walkway on the left-hand side. And again, what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. We were able to locate a mainline sewer clean out on the left-hand side of the house. We're just going to push out to that point. And then from there, we'll pull back. And as you can see right here, pull back just a little bit. Push in just a little bit. And it does appear that we do have a tie-in in this area, so we're going to continue to push out. And as you can see in this area here, right around the 12 o'clock, we'll pull back just a little bit. As you can see right here in the 12 o'clock area, that is our opening. And that is our mainline sewer clean out on the left-hand side of the walkway, on the left-hand side of the house. And again, it is a black ABS. It appears to be a 4-inch black ABS mainline sewer clean out, again on the left-hand side of the walkway of the house. So again, we're just going to pause here for a moment. Okay, again, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. We're going to pull back slowly and take a good look at the joints on the way back. So again, we're just going to continue to pull back. Again, it got some debris. That was our tie-in for our front house there. All the joints thus far all appear to be in fair condition. Again, as we pull back, we do pull back, and it does. As we pull back, we'll start to hold some water. So again, we just continue to pull back. And we can just continue to pull back. And again, that joint appears to be in fair condition. As you can see, a little bit of water here at the bottom, but again, we're just going to continue to pull back. We possibly push through the debris that was sitting in the line. And again, the line does appear to be flat. So again, that joint appears to be in fair condition. We'll make a little bit of a turn. We'll slow down a little bit. Again, we're going to pause here for a moment. Right around, push back out a little bit. A little more. So what we'll do is we'll pause here for a moment. We'll mark this area. Alright, we went ahead and marked this area, and it is at 1 foot 8 inches deep. And again, this is on the left hand side of the house in the plant area, just at the rear of the property by the ADU. And what we're going to do is we're just going to continue to pull back. And as we pull back, we go into a belly. So we continue to pull back, and as we pull back, a little more debris. As we pull back, you can see that we're starting to hold the water. So again, we start holding water in this area here, and we're basically going to be holding water as we pull back. We come up, there's our tie-in for the ADU, and then we continue to pull back, make a little bit of a turn, and again we're holding a little bit of water in this area as well as we come back towards our mainline sewer clean out. So again, we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to pull up and out of our clean out. We're going to pause here for a moment and relocate ourselves. So I'm going to pause here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we went ahead and relocated ourselves to the left-hand side of the house to a 4-inch black ABS mainline sewer cleanout. This is our 4-inch black ABS mainline sewer cleanout. This goes towards the front of our property, and this goes towards the rear of our property. And again, we did push from our ADU unit at the rear of the property up to this point, and now we relocated ourselves. So now we're just going to go ahead and zero out our camera monitor here. And we're going to drop down and just make sure we're going in the right direction. Okay, we went ahead and got our camera down, going in the right direction. So again, it does appear to be black ABS sewer pipe. We're going to pull back just a little bit. We did transition to what appears to be vitreous clay. So again, we are out approximately, push back out a little bit, and a little bit more. And as you can see in this area here, we are transitioning from black ABS sewer pipe to vitreous clay sewer pipe. And this is just below the mainline sewer cleanout. We're only out approximately 5 feet 4 inches on the camera monitor, and the holes The clean out is approximately 3 feet deep. So again, we're going to go ahead and continue to push out. So it does appear that we transition to vitreous clay, and we're just going to pull back a little bit, and we're just going to push through slowly. That joint appears to be in fair condition. And again, these joints are approximately every 4 feet, so we're just going to push through slowly and take a good look. And that joint appeared to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. I'll pull back just a little bit. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. A little bit of neoprene band there exposed right around the 7 o'clock, but again, nothing major. So again, we'll continue to push out. And we'll pull back just a little bit. Does appear to be a little bit of cobwebs in that joint. So again, we're just going to continue to push out. And somebody flushed the toilet. So again, okay, again, that joint appears to be in fair condition. Again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. It does appear that we do got a little bit of root intrusion coming in this joint here from about the 1 o'clock going all the way up and around to about the 11 o'clock area. So again, we're going to continue to push out. And again, as we come up to the next joint, it does appear that we do have some root intrusion coming in that joint as well from about the 1 o'clock going all the way up and around to about the 12 o'clock area. So we're just going to push in slowly. Some roots bedded down here. So again, we just continue to push out. And here in the next joint, again, we got more root intrusion in that joint. So again, we just continue to push out. That joint appeared to be in fair condition. Again, a little more roots there bedding down. You can see the roots are bedding down in the joints, laying flat against the pipe. So again, this you can see here in this joint here, we do have more root intrusion. It does appear a little bit of the neoprene band also exposed in that joint as well. So again, we're continuing to push out. See the roots growing around the top of the base of the pipe. And again, that joint appears to have root intrusion as well. So again, we continue to push out. And we got more root intrusion in this joint here. And we continue to push out. And again, more root intrusion in the next joint here. And as you can see in this joint here, it does appear that we do have an offset, and we do have a little bit of the neoprene band exposed in that joint there from about the, pull back just a little bit. Yeah, from about the 3 o'clock area going all the way up to around the 7 to 8 o'clock area there. You can see that the neoprene band is exposed in the joint there, and quite a bit of root intrusion coming in from about the 9 o'clock going all the way around to about the 3 o'clock. So again, we're just going to continue to push out. And again, we'll just continue to push out. And again, more root intrusion coming in that joint there. We're dropping down. Again, it does appear that we possibly transition to what appears to be concrete sewer piping, but again, we're going to continue to push out slowly. You can see that we do have an offset in that joint there from about the 12 o'clock going all the way around to about the 6 o'clock and some root intrusion. So again, we're just going to continue to push out. Yeah, very difficult to tell. We just continue to push out. Again, more root intrusion in that joint there. And you can see in this joint here, we do have quite a bit of concrete overpour in the joint there, right around the 3 o'clock and the 9 o'clock area. And we do have some root intrusion coming in from the top there, right around the 2 o'clock area, 1 to 2 o'clock area. So again, we're just continuing to push out. And we got more joints and roots in that joint as well. We continue to push out. And more roots in those joints there. Now we're back into vitreous clay. We'll continue to push out. We're dropping down. And we got some roots in those joints there. We're going to have to take a running start and push past this area here. So we're just going to continue to push out. Got a little debris on our camera lens. Try to get that cleared off. And as you can see, as we're pushing out, we've got a fairly large root intrusion in this area. I'm going to pull back just a little bit. And again, what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to push through and get past this point. We're out 61 feet 10 inches on the camera monitor, but again, you can see that we do have a fairly large root intrusion. So again, we're just going to continue to push out. We're going to pull back a little bit. We're just going to pull back a little bit here. Again, continue to pull back. We'll continue to pull back a little bit more. And again, we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and it is just to the left-hand side of the house at the edge of the grass next to the curb, and we did locate it at approximately 10 to 12 feet deep. And again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back from here. And as you can see, we do have a fairly large root intrusion in that joint. We're unable to get past that point. So again, we're just going to pull back. And as we pull back, the vitreous clay sewer line pipe and fittings appear to have multiple root intrusions throughout. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. This line would need to be possibly hydrojetted and re-inspected. And again, as we pull back, you can see that we do got more root intrusions. Got a concrete overpour in that joint there. And again, we did view all this on the way out. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. Again, we did view those joints on the way out. So again, we would recommend possibly having the line hydrojetted and re-inspected just to determine the overall condition of the pipe and possibly to make it all the way out into our city sewer tie-in. We're just short of our lateral, approximately 4 feet. So we're just on the property still. We haven't even made it into the street. So again, we're just going to continue to pull back. We'll make a little bit of a turn, and we're going to pull up and out of our clean out, and that will conclude our video sewer inspection.